it's Kori on here to do a video for the first time in like 100 years. I have been so busy. I feel like I start every video with I've been so busy, but I have school started and that always comes with just not having time to do videos or have time for myself and have time to work and time for relationship and dogs and just life and family. So I get to pick or choose, and sometimes I pick and choose not to do videos, and that's okay. So my lighting about fell. One second. Okay, I think it's gonna stay still. So my lighting actually may change because it's I always get it wrong, but daylight savings time. That has happened since this video, so I actually may lose some light. I have natural lighting, this lighting, vanity lighting, and my ring light on, so we'll see what happens with the lighting. So with this video, I am going to be answering questions that people submitted literally like months ago, but they're still relevant, so I'm going to answer those. I have those in my book. I think I have the items that I need here to answer. The rest is like makeup related, but I grabbed 2 items that are in this room that I think I'm going to need to answer them. But anyways, yeah, my reason school started, I said that at the end of the summer, probably won't be as available to make videos because of school starting, in which y'all that do watch me, y'all understand, gotta work to make money, to pay for this phone, to pay for this makeup, so it makes sense why I'm not available. So these questions came from Instagram and Snapchat, and I don't think I got any from YouTube because I don't think I gave an option to put them on YouTube. Should have thought about that, but I didn't, so it's a little late. So they're not in any order. If I was smart, I would have like gave y'all a little like bloop, 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 little shout outs around my head about who asked these questions, but I didn't because I didn't think these videos through to get more views, but whatever. The first question is, how much do I love my dogs? So much related to makeup. I love my dogs so much. I got Aza before I went to college. Aza May. I got Aza. I should put a little photo. I got Aza May before I went to college for Christmas, and so she was really, I don't want to say she was a motivator to get my bachelor's because that just sounds ridiculous, but like it was always good for, like, to come home, or like when my parents would like bring Aza up to see me. Aza was a really good support I had, and that's the best way to put it. And then Winston, even though Carolyn and Winston, like, they are oil and water, like they do not get along. They probably will never get along, but Winston came to me in a dark time too, and literally he showed up on my mom's porch, and my stepfather, Kevin, had said like that dog is never gonna make it to the no-kill shelter in Kansas City, which I said I was gonna take him, and he was right. He did not make it there. He made it straight to my apartment, and he never left, and he has crawled into my heart. And he used to be such a cuddler and was like lovey-dovey, and now he wants to like touch me, but like he does not cuddle, and I miss his cuddles, but it's fine. But no, I love them very much, and I've always talked about when their time comes, I will be very sad, but I will have to take like a leave of absence from work, so that tells you how much. Okay, next question. My skincare routine and best moisturizers. So this is like really bad, but like I'm not big into skincare. Like, I'm really not. Yes, if I don't have makeup on, people that know me do know I have like skin discoloration. Like, I do love a full coverage foundation because of my skin, but like you would think I would care more about my skin because I don't like my skin, but I don't have time for that. I like my sleep, and I don't put that much effort into it. Like, sometimes like once a month we do like face mask Sunday, but I don't be putting that much effort into it. I got this, ew, it's actually still wet from the shower. So prepared. I got this Garnier Skin Active Gentle Sulfate Free Cleanser face wash like many moons ago in my Vox box, and this is the second time we've bought this. I really like this. It gets off my makeup and it doesn't burn, and so I really like this for face wash. I use this in the shower and then in the morning, so that's like the only thing I really truly like use by heart to do like anything with my face. And other than that, like in my Ipsy bags I'll get stuff and I'll use that. My mom sells Posh, so like when she gives me stuff I'll use that, but I'm not good about using skincare stuff. Like, I should be better, but I will give like my biggest shout out to, I genuinely feel like my skin has cleared up acne wise. Like, I wouldn't say I had adult acne, but my biggest shout out to my skincare has been using CBD oil. I feel like acne has like gone away. Watch me like break out tomorrow. Just gonna break out tomorrow. But my acne truly has gone away since I started using CBD oil for my anxiety, which is a whole different topic, and it would need a whole other video or series to dive into that. But that was one of the, I don't know if that'd be a side effect, or would that be a cure? Whenever I get put on the spot with these videos by myself, like I get thrown off. But that was one of the things that happened when I started taking that. Like, my acne just like went away, and I was like, okay, no anxiety and no pimples. I can do this. I can handle that. So skincare, I'm not the best about it, but that is what has helped me. Garnier, Skin Active, and the CBD oil. Moisturizers, I've kind of switched up, and instead of using a moisturizer, I'm just using a hydrating foundation. So for example, I had just bought my color for the winter. I'm hoping I got the right color because I was kind of guessing a couple shades ahead, so I'm a little lighter. The Too Faced Born This Way medium to full coverage foundation in the shade Almond. It's more hydrating, so it's not as matte. So that I'm hoping I can use this instead of a moisturizer in the winter, because when I usually use my normal matte foundations, like I just look dusted and crusted and like somebody could blow me away. Like, it's rough. It is rough. Next question. What interested me in makeup? So I feel like I've told this story before. I don't know if I have, and you heard the story 1,000 times. It's like move on from the story, just like insert video here. But my cousin had gotten married, and she was like, I'm only paying for your eyes. And I've like always done my makeup, but I'd never been like, this is my thing, this is what I'm doing, like hire me. Bring next event. I've never been like that into it, but so my cousin's like, I'm only paying for your eyes for the wedding, so you need to do your own base. And again, like my skin discoloration, I was like, okay, I don't want to be the person that ruins my cousin's wedding photos. That's just me thinking of myself. So like, okay, I need to get down to it. So I had gotten on YouTube and I had started watching videos about color correcting and contouring and highlighting and all that stuff. So that's when I started getting into it, and that's when I started like putting money into. I started small with like Elf and then Revlon, and then I went to Tarte, and then I like started building up to higher end brands. That's how I started to get into makeup, and it's flourished into one makeup bag into this white caddy here, and then into a small vanity, into how to get a bigger vanity recently. So it's grown and grown and grown. So it all started from being in a wedding and wanting to have makeup that looked on point. So thanks for getting married, Melissa. And Brian. Shout out to Brian for getting married and proposing and dealing with her. Thanks for making Oakley. Who inspires me? They asked like in life and in the beauty guru world. In life, like none of y'all will know this person, and I don't think he'll ever see this, but in my bachelor's I had an internship, and I had a phenomenal, I just feel like I had a nasty saliva. I had a phenomenal film instructor. He was like my boss, and he would test me in all the right ways. Like he would push me to do more and to try more and to call parents when I was uncomfortable, to push kids further than they would allow themselves to be pushed. Like he would just like really, he made me grow and made me feel very confident walking into a room as I graduated and went into the workforce at like 21, which a lot of people can't do. Like go in and say like, hire me, I'm ready. And like I feel like he prepared me for that way more than my master's, way more than any high school did, way more than any class I took in my bachelor's or master's did, or way more than my master's practicum did. So like he inspired me to like want to be a phenomenal social worker, you know, like some days. He inspired me to also like want to get back and one day be a field instructor. So he inspired me in the aspect of like life. And then beauty guru, like I'll get into this a little bit further down because there's a question about it, but beauty guru, before all this nonsense, we're gonna like skip this nonsense. So we're gonna like skip over this, talk about Laura Lee. Before it was Laura Lee, just because she was just like her, and she was funny and she was goofy and she was just like unedited, and I feel like she was just like uncut, and I liked her content. It was wearable, it was everyday, she was just very personable, and so I really liked her and her looks, disregarding what had happened. If there's a question about that, I'll get into that, but Laura Lee is who inspired me to like get on YouTube and to start this. So thank you, Laura Lee, disregarding all the other nonsense. But thank you for giving me a chance to see like I could do this. My job, I kind of mentioned it. I am a school social worker. A lot of times people hear social worker, they think like I take kids away. I don't take kids away. I have nothing to do with that. Point blank period. I have, even in that realm, I do nothing with child welfare. I'm not a judge, so I don't have any say to take any child away from anything. I do a lot of paperwork for special education. I counsel kiddos. One day I hope to have my own private practice to counsel kiddos, but majority of my job is paperwork. I don't hate the paperwork. Like I won't by any means say that, which is interesting enough, but it is very stressful, the loads of paperwork, plus you put on the loads of counseling, plus the loads of like in the moment crisis between like staff, parents, and kids. Like it can be a lot because I feel like I can't get my main responsibility, which is paperwork, because of all the other stuff that goes on. So it's always something new, but that is my job, and I do love where I am at with my school, and I appreciate everyone there. Furthest I've gone for makeup. I don't ever talked about this like with a lot of people, but for the longest time I was watching dumpster diving makeup videos. It was like going around, I want to say it was like last year. I talked to people at work about it. that was like a thing that like people, like if you return makeup, like they shouldn't be reselling it because of like there's issues with like health concerns. So they just throw it out, and it could be because like somebody like got a foundation and they were like, oh, wrong color, toss it back. So instead of like, if from my understanding, they usually give it to like a chance, well, some managers will give a chance to the sales associates to like get it, but if they don't, because they're like not like lenient, let's use a nice word, lenient managers, they'll just like straight toss it in the trash. They're supposed to destroy it, but that even takes more time per day that they also don't have in their day. So they just throw it in the trash. So it was like this giant thing on YouTube. People would go dumpster diving for like brand new makeup. So 100% I've gone dumpster diving at Ulta and Sephora a couple times. And I have found things like full size, brand new, it was returned things. It wasn't always successful though. Like a lot of times there was one that had like shampoos and conditioners on it. So honestly it got to the point where it was just like, it was just kind of grossing me out. And it just like took too much energy. Like getting up into a trash can, those things are tall and I'm only 5'5", 5'6" on a good day. And Carolyn's even shorter than me. So even with like a ladder and a little like claw thing and like a little light on our forehead, like it was just too much energy that it took out of us. So like that's the most we've ever gone for makeup, but we got a couple good things, but it was just too much. Like it's I'll pay a little more. I get my makeup at like TJ and Marshall. Like I'll just go there if I need it. Most expensive makeup item. I'm like looking around to try to find something that's most expensive. Probably like that I paid full price for. I feel like I get everything with a coupon. Probably the is it gonna fall out? Probably the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette because I got it the day it released. I was like, it's dirty, but it's because I use it a lot for bridal parties. But that's probably what I feel like it was it 54, 40 something? Probably was expensive. I don't buy, like, there comes a certain point where I'm like, no. Like, Kylie Cosmetics, I don't be buying her stuff. It's too expensive. She also, like, I watched their show, but she kind of annoys me. And then, you know when I say these things, like, I know I'm never gonna blow up, but I'm like, what if there's, like, this little bitty chance I blow up one day and they're gonna see that video from back in 2018. They're like, Petty Potato Cosmetics called Kylie Cosmetics annoying. So she's not invited to the launch party. Like, I'm set myself up for failure if I ever get to have the slightest chance of ever just, maybe one day a video will go viral. But anyways, I don't think it's the most I've ever spent for a palette is probably like $50, but other than that, no. But I've had bigger totals for, obviously, like when I do my hauls and stuff, like I've spent hundreds of dollars on multiple things, but that's another issue to talk about. Cheapest secret item. I would say mine I had to pick two because I don't know which one, two different categories. First one would be the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint Deep. I don't remember honestly how much these are, but I am less than $10. Like, I want to say somewhere between the $5 and $10 range. But this is a brow gel. They come in 3 different shades. Wow, I'm struggling and talking. This one's deep, there's medium, and there's light. But this is a gel to fill in your eyebrows, and I love a good gel on your eyebrows. It's so quick, it's much faster than pomade, and I feel like you can get the same fullness. And then I love Wet n Wild lipsticks. I'm actually very sad. By we, it was me. I washed and dried one of them. Very sad. And it's actually colored that they changed the formula so that it no longer actually looks like this, so I had to throw that away. That was very sad. I really like Wet n Wild lipsticks that are obviously not a shimmer, but they are just very pigmented and just have such pretty colors. Like, don't sleep on Wet n Wild lipsticks. Just, I don't know if you can even swatch them because of the packaging, but they're really cheap. I feel like they're like maybe $2. They have them at the Dollar Tree too, so maybe they're $1 sometimes too, but those are things you shouldn't sleep on that are very cheap and good find. Do I use anything besides makeup brushes? Like, you want me to use hardware tools? Like, I don't understand the question. No. One time I tried to use tape for my wing and that was so stupid. Never do that. But no, I just use makeup brushes for my makeup. Okay, I remember this question. It was most hated MUA and why, and then it was the opposite, which kind of relates back to my lower lead. Okay, so this goes back to my one day you're gonna be invited to a launch party and then taken off the list because you made some comment back in 2018 on Petty Potato Cosmetics. Okay, here's my thing. Jeffree Star. This man, problematic as hell, yes. Says all kinds of things throughout his MySpace, to Twitter, to YouTube. His whole life has said these god-awful things. Nobody calls him on it. And if they do, he just like snaps back and we move on and we don't do nothing. And it's good as gold and he can make millions and go on and he's good because he's like, don't care, bye. Okay, get that, makes his money, good to go. His colors are pigmented, cells are up, he's good. Okay. Then we have Laura Lee, Manny MUA, who, heaven forbid, honey, I loved both of you, still love you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I still like them. I'm glad they're back on YouTube. Hate me, dislike me, I don't care. I only got like 20 subscribers anyways. But they messed up back in the day. We all did. I didn't become a social worker out the womb. I didn't come from social justice. I didn't come thinking what was right and wrong is wrong. I didn't just learn. My parents don't think the same way I do. Carolyn don't think the same way I do. My friends don't think the same way I do. Like, I had to learn what I learned. And even because the way I learned what I learned doesn't make it right. Just because I'm a social worker doesn't mean I do everything right. Doesn't mean I agree with all social workers. Doesn't mean I agree with all movements in the world. It doesn't mean that. And I own that. But I also don't have a platform of 6 million followers. And if I did, I would have a manager go back on my Twitter accounts or back on my MySpace Xanga, all of that nonsense, and clear up my accounts and like delete stuff that shouldn't be there. Like, to be real, I would have somebody clear up my publicity and make me look a grade A student. Truly would. So I don't know how that got skipped being on such a big platform. I don't. Where it went wrong though is like the responses, like Jeffrey's response is, yeah, bye, gonna keep doing me. Laura's was, I'm not taking ownership, this sucks. Manny's was, yeah, I screwed up, I need to take some time to reflect. Right, wrong, or indifferent, move on, acknowledge what you did, and grow. But the end all be all, they're on YouTube for makeup. Yes, they have a platform, they can use it if they want to, but like, I'm not gonna hate them. I don't know them like that. I like their videos. I don't hate Jeffrey, I don't hate Manny, I don't hate Laura. They don't even know I exist. Yes, Jeffrey annoys me that he can do whatever he wants and literally no one shuts him down. Laura Lee's crying video, God bless her soul. Did she get it together and try again? Yes. Was it from a place of trying to fix what she created herself? Yes. Was Manny trying to rebuild himself or trying to show like, look, I've changed? I don't know. I don't care. I'm glad they're back on YouTube. I like their looks. So I don't hate them, but it was a mess within itself, created strictly because of views, because some account dug up some stuff because we all got a lot of free time on our hands apparently and they need to help me with my IEP paperwork. Moving on. A makeup line I don't like. Tarte. I feel like a lot of their shades, if you were to take 50 of their eyeshadow shades and swatch them and maybe blend across them like 3 different times, they're gonna blend into very similar colors. So I don't know about Tarte. Like, I used to be a Tarte fan, but the more I get Tarte stuff, the more it seems to be very similar. Let me say it correctly. Like, it just like looks like the same color. Like, it's just dusty and looks the same. So I'm not a huge Tarte fan currently. So I hope they can revamp and like just their pigment and just I want it to look like different colors in a palette. My biggest makeup mistake, I will find a photo, but I used to wear, Lord help myself, I used to wear way too dark of foundation, Oompa Loompa, with all silver, not gray, silver. Take a moment. Silver. All silver eyeshadow. I can't remember what color lipstick I wore, but it was just straight silver. That was my worst mistake. There's other ones where I wore just a thick black line of eyeliner. Like, I have came a long way in the beauty, a long way. We gotta move on from that. Most stress while doing makeup. The most stress I get doing makeup, no matter if it's a bride, an appointment, a lesson, it is always doing Carolyn's makeup. Because this is Carolyn when I do makeup. She just twitches the whole damn time. Like, granted, I have poked her in the eye. I will give Carolyn that. I have poked Carolyn in the eye because she does this. She said I am too aggressive with her. But meanwhile, none of my clients complain. I don't know who's really to blame here. But Carolyn is who I'm most stressed with because her little eyelids flutter so much and she got some wrinkly eyelids. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she got wrinkly eyes and it stresses me out. Like, it is so hard to get a wing on her because they're kind of wrinkly. And I don't want to say they're hooded right at the end, but her eyes are hard. Someone asked about crying and makeup, like, and how it works. So, like, when I do a wedding, I do waterproof mascara. Don't use waterproof mascara every day. That's not good for your lashes, A. B, I try not to put any liner down here at the bottom, but some people are so used to wearing eyeliner on the bottom, they like to have it there. So I do have a waterproof eyeliner that I will put on the bottom lightly, but I prefer not to. But I will take eyeshadow underneath and kind of buff this out to make your eye open up a little bit more. And then if you want eyeliner up top, I prefer like a gel rather than a liquid because it runs less. And if you cry, just let it fall down. Don't like be touching it and rubbing it. You're just like taking everything off. So I always just tell people just let your tears fall. fall. Don't touch it, and at the end, just like blend it all out. So just don't touch your face. Let your tears fall. You'll be good. I'm a crier at weddings. I know. Cry at them all. Just let it fall. You'll be good. But when you touch it, then you start getting scary look. How much have I paid to get my makeup done? I have actually never paid to get my makeup done. I think I have that correct. Maybe someone's paid for me, like prom. My mom paid for my senior prom. I didn't pay, so I don't know what she paid, and it was her friend that professionally did makeup, but I did not pay. So Melissa paid, but I think that was like $10 for eyes. So I don't know. I charge $25 a person. When I get my own foundation line, not like when I make my own foundation, when I like buy my own foundation line to provide, I am going to up my prices for that reason. What makeup flaws irk me? Okay, I've been seeing like eyebrows that are, you see this little space between my fingers? That are like this close together. What can you fit between there? Barely a breeze. Like, I don't know why you put your eyebrows so close together. I don't understand that. I don't understand like blocks. Are you putting something up on a shelf up there? Like, why do you need such depth? I don't understand that at all. I don't like when people like do the wing and like fill up their whole eye. Like, you have all that space for eyeshadow. I feel like eyeshadow looks so much better on the eye than all this being a wing. Use that space to create some color, not just eyeliner. And that was Jesus telling me to stop worrying about everybody else but myself. What makeup colors do I hate? I don't really hate any colors, but like blue is really hard to work with. Like blue is really hard to like make it not look like a black eye. I've really liked working with like reds and purples lately. And obviously I work with browns all the time. That's just like my go-to. Magnetic lashes or any other brand or glue. I was on a giant magnetic lash kick, but I think it's time for me to switch, like get rid of the ones I had because I used them too many times. They've kind of lost their shape, so it's time to open up a new package. I've honestly been on, like, I like lashes. I of course took them off their packaging, but I kept them in their case. These are the ones that I've been using. I just put mascara on my own lash, like a light coat, and then I look down with a mirror and place it on each, and then I hold it on there. But I don't put mascara on these, so then I can wear them longer. But I've been on a big kick of that, more so than magnetic. And then for glue, I'm trying to think, I think I use Ardell glue. Nope, I am wrong. I use Eyeler Lash Fix Strip Lash Adhesive Glue. It just comes, it came with one of the packages. These come in like all of them. I use this all the time. I don't buy any special glue for my lashes. I don't know. I give myself a little shout out for this bun. I've been trying. I see so many girls with these little cute little buns and I could never figure it out. And I finally did last night. You know when you like have really good hair day and you're like, I'm about to go to bed, and of course my hair wants to be on point now. I figured out, I put my hair in a bun, pull it through. This makes no sense because there's no hair to show you. I'm not gonna take this out because I worked so hard on this. Pull it through. It's like in this like little, this like U-shaped thing. Then I turn it until I finally get the shape I want, and I put pins in it, and then I get this, and it's like, it's a little wraparound bun, but it's messy, and that's why I wanted was a messier bun. And you also can't see how red my hair is. This took a lot of money to get it this red. That is all the questions I have. That was fun to answer all of those. We'll see how quick I get this video edited. I have a whole bag, literally a whole drawer full of new makeup on a new haul, so I really should record that, but a girl can only do so much after a long day, but we'll see what I get done. I appreciate you for watching and hanging out with me. Leave a comment down below on something you found fun out about me. Something you found out fun about me. Leave a comment. What did you like to learn about me today? Let's talk about me in the comment. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Thanks a lot. Bye, pumpkins. Bye, pumpkins. Wow. That's how long you've been out of this. Because it's fall. Maybe that's not so bad. I'm done. Bye, potatoes.